It's the Birth Besties, Crystal and Michaela with Honest Birth Talk. And today we're going to talk about what is a doula.
A doula, what? That's what we hear a lot. Most people have, well, a lot of people have not heard of a doula. And if you have heard of a doula, you might not know exactly what it is that they do. So, first
Okay,
starter.
so what is a doula? Well, actually, it comes from a Greek word that means to serve. All right, what are we serving, Michaela?
We are there to serve mom and her birth team, but primarily mom, when it comes to birth. So we are essentially birth coaches, if you will, and we're really there to guide mom emotionally, physically, and very importantly, through education.
Yes. So we're an education piece to the puzzle of childbirth. We all kind of think that we just know how to give birth, or the doctor and our team is going to teach us the day of. But actually, education is super important, and that's where doula and childbirth education come into play. It bridges that gap between education and support and having someone to keep you on track.
Right. So, on that note, a doula is not there to necessarily advocate for you as a way of telling the doctor what to do, but instead as a gentle reminder in the moment, because let's face it, when you're in birth, when you're during childbirth, you might forget all of your wishes and desires. So a doula can be very helpful in reminding you and reminding your team what your wishes and desires are for your birth experience. Or if something happens or an issue arises that is maybe off of the original plan, then that's where the education comes in. We're not there to tell you what we think you should do, but instead educate you on options and benefits and risks.
Right. Let's piggyback that with doulas provide you evidence-based research. So it is not our job to tell you which is the right answer, but it is our job to help you walk through risk and benefits for each and every option that you're presented during pregnancy, childbirth, and even postpartum, because there are such things as postpartum doulas. So there's birth doulas and postpartum doulas, and they do two different things. But it all comes back to helping you advocate for yourself about what you want. And so I know that some of you are probably thinking, but I'll totally be fine during that experience. I can advocate for myself. Childbirth is an experience, it's a journey, it's a process, and oftentimes things come up and you don't feel like you have the time to think through them. And that's where a doula is very helpful in keeping everyone grounded and being able to work through those questions and the evidence while the situation is happening.
And how many of you or your support people have 10 arms? Because let's face it, mamas need a lot of support emotionally and physically during labor. And so a doula can come in and massage while maybe dad or the other support person is getting her water or ice chips or massaging her feet while somebody else is massaging her shoulders. And so that's where that physical support comes into play. And then the emotional support is you should have a relationship with your doula. And your doula and you should be able to be on the same page of this is what my desires are, and also really have an understanding of what are some of your blocks, your emotional blocks, so that they can help work through them while you're going through the process of labor, which is a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly. So that is what a doula is. We also are very proud to say that we are virtual doulas, a new word for the scene. But what does that mean? It means that we're able to support you just like this via video, texting, phone calls, and things. And this works really well with people who want to limit the number of people in their room, but they want to be gently reminded about what their wishes are. Or in that moment of this option was presented to me, I don't remember what are the questions that I need to ask. What are some of the things that I need to consider? What are some positions I could try because I've been in the same one for 30 minutes? These are all ways that you can be supported virtually via a doula.
The entire purpose of having a doula is to provide and help mom achieve a safe, memorable, but yet impactful and powerful birth. It doesn't always mean that it goes as planned, but when you're in the driver's seat and you're making informed decisions about your own healthcare and your baby's healthcare, the outcomes are generally more favorable.
So hire a doula. You'll thank us later.
Absolutely.
Bye from Crystal and Michaela with Honest Birth Talk.